channel, you probably either clicked on this video because you want to know how I won a trip to Australia, or because you're just a loyal subscriber who watches my video. That's possible too. Basically, I won a full paid trip to Australia oh my god. Basically, I won a full paid trip to Australia to see Shawn Mendes, and in today's video, I'm just gonna talk about how I won this and my experience and everything about that trip. So if you're interested, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below, and let's just get right into it. I guess we should start where this whole story starts. So back in October 2019, like last year, this Dutch radio station called 538, that sounds so weird in English, but that's what they're called in Dutch. They started a competition in the whole month of October where they would give away tickets to a certain show in a certain place. And the funniest thing about this is that almost all of the tickets they gave away, like, I don't know all of them, but I know that one of them was like David Guetta. Those were all in Amsterdam. And then they did one where you could win a trip to Sydney to see Shawn Mendes. So if you know me, you know that I am a huge Shawn Mendes fan, and I have also always wanted to go to Australia. And for the Australia shows, Dan and Shay were Shawn's support act, and I love Dan and Shay. Like, I also just wanted to see them. So the stress began. So how the competition worked, you had to call every time you heard a Shawn Mendes song on the radio, and then every day they would select 3 people, and then at the end of the day, around like 6 p.m. I think, they would select one of those 3 people to actually win a trip, because Shawn had 2 shows in Sydney on the 2nd of November and the 3rd of November. So the people who won on Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday won tickets for the show on the 2nd of November, and then people who won on Thursday, Friday and the Facebook competition, they won tickets for the 3rd of November. So on the first day, on the Monday, I was home all day because I didn't have school. So I was literally stuck to my radio, and I tried, but it was useless. And then the next couple of days, I had school. Like, I wasn't home. So I did try and listen like on my phone or my laptop, and still try to get selected. But if you listen to the radio on like your phone or something else than an actual radio, the timing isn't as accurate as it would be on an actual radio. So that was also kind of useless because I was like 10 seconds behind. So, but I still tried because I really wanted to go. So I also like talked to my friends and my family about it, like about the competition, and they were all like, there's no way you could like possibly win something like that. Like, that is just like, it's one of those things that you hear about, like that they're doing a competition like that, but no one actually, like no one you know actually ever wins that. And that's true. Like, before this, I never even heard someone I know win something like that. So actually, when the competition started, my mom texted me the link of this, and she was like, oh, you can win Shawn tickets. And I like replied to her saying, did you see where the show is? And she was like, no, why? And I was like, well, it's in Australia. And she was like, oh, I just read Shawn Mendes. And then I immediately said something like, even if I would win, I have exams that week, so like there's no way I could even go. And then my mom said something like, if you win, like, you're not gonna win, you know? And I don't blame her because I didn't think I was gonna win either. But then a lot of my friends were like, this competition is literally made for you, like you're just gonna win this, like you're gonna win this. So I tried to like manifest winning it by saying that I would win and that it was made for me, but so far no good. Then on the Thursday night, I texted my best friend Ailey, and I was like, I'm just gonna give up. Like, there's no way I'm gonna win this. I'm not gonna do it anymore. I'm done with it. But then she told me to still try because Friday was obviously the last day, and yeah, why wouldn't I try? Because, you know, you can always try. When you try your best but you don't succeed. Okay, anyway, so on the Friday I woke up and it was like 10 a.m. and I knew that there was only one more chance to get selected that day, and I was still in bed, so I was like, let's just turn my radio on and see. So I turned my radio on, and then literally like 20 minutes later at 10:30 I heard like the first notes of Stitches by Shawn. So I called, and then I just stayed on the phone, and then I heard like, oh, we're connecting you to the studio. But I still wasn't like shocked because that had happened before. Like, they would say we're connecting you to the radio, and then 2 minutes later they would still be like, oh no, and then hang up, you know? So I was still like, oh, you know, but I just stayed on the phone. And also, you might know that Stitches Live is my favorite Shawn song, so the fact that I was like getting through during Stitches was a coincidence. So I stayed on the phone, and then suddenly I heard someone saying hello, and I was like, hello? I was so shocked, like I couldn't even say anything. Like, I literally didn't know what to say, so I got on the radio and they were like saying that I was selected and stuff, and then I had to give like my information and everything, and then I had to wait all day for them to pick a winner. The winner was gonna get selected during the top 50 of like the week or month. I don't know if it's week or month, but like the top 50 songs at that moment. I don't know, hope you get my point. But since Shawn's song Senorita is in the top 50, I was just so sure that they were gonna like select the winner when Senorita was playing. But Senorita was like kind of high in the top 50, like it was like number 7 I think, or 6, I don't know. But I was supposed to go to work at 5 p.m. and I was just so sure that they were gonna call between 5 and 6. So it took me 2 hours to finally find someone that could cover my shift. And then I was just sitting here in my bed, stuck to my radio all day, being so nervous. Oh my god, I've never in my life been so nervous before. I honestly don't even know what I was feeling that day because like my friends were all like, after I got on the radio, all of my friends were like, you're gonna win this. Like, this is made for you. You got through. You're selected. You are gonna win. And my mom said something like, the radio probably like googled your name and probably found your Twitter about Shawn or something. You're gonna win. And I was like, I don't think they're allowed to do that. But still, because everyone was like telling me that I was gonna win, I started to like kind of believe in the fact that I was gonna win. Law of attraction. But also not, because I didn't want to get my hopes up. Yeah, I don't know what I was feeling. I was just really nervous. So then it was 5:30 p.m. They were playing Senorita and oh my god. So I was just waiting and listening to the radio, and they were saying like, oh, we're gonna pick a winner now. So I like had my phone like laid down in front of me, and they were like saying, oh, we're calling the winner right now. And then I saw my phone like light up, and I saw that I was getting a call, and I was like, there's no way I just won a freaking paid trip to go to Australia to see my favorite artists. Like, what? So I pick up and I was like, oh my god, hi. And then I got on the radio, and then I got like a couple of texts from people, and they were like, were you just on the radio? And I was like, sorry, I'm still kind of like in shock about all of this. So my own reaction was already like kind of funny, because I was just like shocked.
Dat je op vrijdagmiddag om 5:30 krijgt dat je...
Met Milou? Oh my god, sorry! Oh my god!
Iemand meenemen, jullie gaan samen naar het concert van Shawn Mendes in Sydney, dus op...
Oh my god, dankjewel! And then my favorite reaction was from my best friend, because she is not Dutch, so she had absolutely no clue what the radio station people were saying, because she was listening but she couldn't understand a thing until she heard my voice on the radio, and she just screamed. Like, that is probably the funniest thing ever. I can't even talk about this like normally.
Naar Australië gaan. Dag Milou!
Ik ben heel zenuwachtig.
Je gaat naar Sydney, Australië!
I was just speechless. Speechless. Funny. But then I had to choose who I was gonna bring, which was kind of hard, because from the second that I won, I knew that I was either gonna bring Ailey or my mom. And the reason why I wanted to bring Ailey is because, first of all, going on a trip with your best friend is just amazing, and also she has always wanted to go to Australia. And also, she is a huge Dan and Shay fan, and I actually got to know Dan and Shay because of her, so I really wanted her to see them as well. So that's why I was thinking of bringing Ailey. But I wasn't sure if I was allowed to, because to like enter the competition and everything, you had to be Dutch. So I wasn't sure if I was allowed to bring someone who isn't Dutch. And on the other side, I really wanted to bring my mom, because obviously for my mom, going to the other side of the world with your daughter is just super cool. And I could just notice that my mom really wanted to come with me. And also, I just thought it would be really special to see Shawn with my mom, because I have been supporting Shawn for like a couple of years now, and my mom has always supported me, like supporting him. Anyway, she would like drive me to the airport, help me try to get tickets, she would pick me up from random train station in the middle of the night, and just stuff like that. And also, she had never seen him before, so I just figured it would be really special for her to see him with me in Australia, and just so she can like experience what I have been like doing for the past year, because basically my whole year last year existed of Shawn Mendes tour. So I just thought it would be really cool if she could experience that. So I ended up picking my mom because she really wanted to go, and I just thought it'd be really special. So my mom had to get like a passport, and we had to get visas, and we had to prepare everything, but we only had like 3 weeks, so it was kind of a rush. October 31st, 2019. Oh my god. A little disclaimer about the trip. I am not gonna go too in depth about everything that we did and saw and everything, because this video is mainly about winning the trip instead of about the actual trip. So if you want to know all about our experiences and like what we did and everything, watch my vlog. I will link it in the information card here or here. I think it's that way. I never know, but I will link it so you can watch it. And yeah, let's continue. So on the 31st of October, we took the train to Amsterdam to the airport, and first we had an 11-hour flight to Hong Kong, and then from there it was a 9-hour flight to Sydney. When we got to Australia, it was really funny because like the woman at like the border control, like she obviously asked us questions like why are you here and everything, and how long we were there, and we said 4 days because we got there the Friday night and our flight back was Monday like 4 p.m. So we just wrote down 4 days, and she was like, why are you here for 4 days when it takes 4 days to get here? And I was like, well. So about those 4 days, we got there the Friday, November 1st at like 9 p.m. we landed. Our flight back was on the Monday around 4 p.m. So we had the Saturday the whole day free, and then the Sunday it was the day of the show. But we also went to the show on Saturday because he had 2 shows there, and I got me and my mom tickets for the first show as well because it's Shawn Mendes and it was 5th row tickets, so I just had to. And in the end, it wasn't even 5th row. It was like, it felt like 2nd row because the first 4 rows got to go to the barrier, so there was like no one in front of us. So it felt like it was like 2nd row. So that was amazing. But to give you like an overview, we got there Friday night and we left Monday. So basically we had 2 days, the Saturday and the Sunday. Anyway, we got there on the Friday, and when we got to the airport in Sydney, we got picked up by a taxi driver who was holding a sign with my name on it, and I felt so cool. Like I've always wanted that. That is just so cool. So he drove us to the hotel we were staying at, and that hotel was so fancy. So when we got there, we were honestly so exhausted from traveling for so long, so we just went to sleep, and then we woke up the next day because of the time difference at like 6 a.m. But that was good because we had the whole day. Like when I got back, I had a huge jet lag, but when we actually went to Sydney, the only thing about the time difference was that I woke up at 6 a.m. both of the mornings, but I was actually fine with that because we had like more time during the day. But I did not really enjoy the jet lag when I got home, but yeah. But apart from getting picked up at the airport and being like brought back to the airport, nothing on the whole trip was like related to the radio station, which was in my opinion kind of weird because I expected at least something to be like related to the radio station, because now it was literally like any other trip. So that was kind of weird. Like I didn't care because it didn't really make any difference, but it just felt kind of weird that there was nothing related to the radio station. That is honestly all I wanted to say about how I won this and like how I experienced it, because I don't want to repeat things that you can see in my vlog. But if you are curious about all of that, go watch my vlog. It's actually one of my favorite videos ever, so please go watch it. I want to give a big thank you to the radio station 538 for giving me this opportunity. It was literally one of the greatest experiences of my entire life so far. It was just so good. I am so incredibly thankful. Yeah, that's how I won a trip to Australia. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you liked it. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe to my channel down below, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.